and welcome. You are tuned to Trends on the SABC News channel for all that is dope and trending in the world of showbiz. My name is Rafil Wimwirwa, and on Twitter we are, of course, at Trends on SABC. So yeah, even though the temperature's taken a dip in Johannesburg, that has certainly never stopped any celebs, right? Well, Thursday night temperatures did take a serious dip, but it was all systems go for fashionistas in Jozi. Celebrating a decade of African fashion excellence, the African Fashion International's Fashion Week extravaganza took to the runway this past week at the luxurious Mall of Africa. Now, the Autumn-Winter 17 runway included the likes of designers Tula Cindy, Spiro Velati, Gavin Raja and AFI Privé, just to name a few. And with true Trendz style, we had the front seat, and this is what went down.
A celebration of Africa's unique fashion sense and style. That's the theme for the African Fashion International Autumn-Winter 17. Celebrating a decade of fashion saw the return of designer and fashion mogul extraordinaire Tula Cindy. He says fashion has evolved over the years and it felt good to showcase at this particular event again.
For me, this was a homecoming, and what's really changed really is the focus on ready-to-wear. I started in ready-to-wear. I love ready-to-wear. So I'm happy to see more designers focusing on ready-to-wear, not only occasional dressing and frou-frou and bridal. So for me, that really makes me happy.
Known for his simple shapes and clean lines, Cindy didn't disappoint.
This season was really inspired by my love for fashion, my love for the journey in the last 10 years. So it was a celebration of all my favorite things. So I love cottons, embroidered cottons. I love red, it's the color of love. And I just love beautiful clothes that are simple and sophisticated and that are timeless. So this was really a celebration of that and real ready-to-wear. Everything you saw on the runway is in the stores. You can buy it online. So I love the reality, mixing fantasy with reality.
With a joyful 10 years in the business of fashion, Cindy is paying homage to his customers. Spiro Velati believes that all women are inherently beautiful and sees his role as a designer to emphasize their unique and special beauty.
My inspiration was the 1900s, where the dresses were very intricate and very delicate and very feminine. So I wanted to show that side of craftsmanship in dresses, and that's what I was trying to aim, trying to add color and pizzazz and make it different.
He draws his inspiration from the 1920s with a modern twist.
I always do quite a lot of research before, like I did a lot of research on 1900s, but I didn't want to make them look old-fashioned, so I had to bring 1900s to today. If a woman's got confidence, she can wear anything.
Velati believes that his work must be recognized through the appreciation of women who wear his creations.
Yep, Fashion Week never disappoints. Now, the biggest creative gathering in Africa and the Middle East is currently underway at the ICC in Durban. The Lurie's Creative Week has masterclasses and many student opportunities, such as the Student Portfolio Day that our producer, Selepe Mafadi, attended. The awards are taking place this weekend, and yeah, it's the best of the best in advertising. Take a look.
39th Annual Lurie Awards are officially in full swing. The Creative Week has judges evaluating ideas and campaigns from Africa and the Middle East to select the best in the creative industry.
The key thing that the Luries is about, if you have to put it into a word, it's creativity. But what that means, it's not, a lot of people go, oh, that's like being cool and pretty pictures, but it's not about that. The essence is about ideas and about how creativity can do so much and how much value it adds. So we really want to show the business side of creativity, how creativity builds brands, and I think that's so important for us. It's so important for our economy. When we talk about the creative economy, you look at all these young kids here from the Student Portfolio Day. For every one young kid who comes into the creative economy, it means you're using their mind to create new things that don't exist.
We went to the ICC to meet up with the top creative students from across the country who are exhibiting their work to potential employers.
It's a really good opportunity for me and for all my classmates Since I'm in my BTech right now, it's going to help me find a job next year and showcase who I am as a designer and get my work out there. As you can see, we've done a Canvas portfolio on Facebook, and actually at the Canvas Portfolio Awards, I was chosen as the winner.
I'm a graphic designer based here in Durban. I'm currently doing my final year graphic design at DUT City Campus. As a final year student, our lecturers, they put our names down as one of the top students to represent DUT to come here at the Student Portfolio Day. I used public figures like various celebrities, so that the youth, these t-shirts are for the youth, so the youth can engage more and be interested in buying them.
I'm a graphic designer. I'm in my third year and I'm trying to get a job in the industry, which is why we're here. It's a perfect platform to interact with people, get feedback on our work and how we can be better, and yeah.
I specialize in multimedia design, but I do a little bit of everything. So I do illustration, art direction, photography, website development, that kind of thing, yeah.
The Luries have a scholarship that has been running for 10 years. This year, the festival is awarding 2 students the access to study at Vega.
The Creative Future Scholarship, it really is an amazing scholarship in that it's different to the usual, that we don't simply say, here's some funding available to a university or college. We actually go into the high schools and we look for talented kids who need assistance and need support. So it's kids who, they don't even necessarily know what opportunities they have available.
It's really changed my life because I'm actually doing something I love, and they're helping me financially. So yeah, it's been a great journey, and I'm very grateful for the Luries for providing me with the right tools to reach my dream.
We have now over 3,000 entries from around 20 countries from across the region. We also have, we have a lot of delegates coming in here this week, also from outside South Africa. So we have judges from LA, from Washington, from Germany, and we also have from Lagos, from Nairobi, from Dubai, from Windhoek. So it's a great mix of everyone, and that's one of the great things about having a creative week. Part of it is just getting people together and having dialogue and being stimulated and being inspired. That's what it's really all about.
This creative gathering that brings together the best innovative minds in one space will end on Sunday. Check out Trendz next week to find out who have been awarded the best accolades in this industry.
Now, after a successful run at the National Arts Festival in Grahamstown last year, where it was awarded a Standard Bank Ovation Merit Award, Slindile Mthembu's Milt's voice has been on the stage on the Johannesburg circuit. Now, the production with distinct elements of musical theatre and a jazz band whose instruments represent characters in the play. It was at the Joburg Theatre in Braamfontein at first, before making its way to the Soweto Theatre. I'm now in studio with Kamogelo Nche, as well as the musical director, Thembinkosi Mavimbela. Hi, guys.
Hey, how are you doing?
Welcome to Trendz.
Hey, thank you very much.
So, who do I start with? Who's going to tell us? I mean, Thembinkosi, we've been talking a little bit. You said your background is, you are classically trained and you are a musician, multi-talented. So, take us through this interesting play that marries, stage as well as music.
Basically, the theatre or the show itself, it speaks about people who have lost their dreams in. Through whatever, challenges in life, and we try to portray the story with the instruments that we have, and that's how all of the dynamics, we're trying to merge the two together. I
like that. Is it more a story of, coming to the big city to kind of pursue your dreams and all the challenges that people then face?
Exactly, but you lose yourself within trying to be in the you forget your initial dreams when you get to the cities.
Okay. Kamogelo, you are part of the cast.
Yes.
Is there anything in the story and even the role that you play that resembles your actual real-life experiences?
I think the way the story is written in such a way that it's adaptable to anybody's life. Also, it's a story that kind of resonates with the young and anybody who has a dream, because the city becomes a metaphor to a place where everybody wishes to go find their dreams, a place where people feel that whatever you have inside is attainable. So the character I play doesn't want to leave home for that place.
Right.
He's more comfortable with the situation and content with being at home and never having to leave. And because of that, he has grown I would say a demon that doesn't want him to leave as well when he does once pick the time to say, okay, I'm stepping forward, I'm going to do this. So that does resonate as a young person, because I think the way the world moves now, we're very skeptic of our talents.
Right.
And then we're unaware of the power we have as a youth.
Sure.
We're unaware of the power we have as artists, as young black kids with a voice, and looking at the world through our eyes is different than it was once before.
Okay.
And sometimes gets like scared of that. So seeing that in a character and seeing him overcome that, I know that, okay, I can do this. I am capable of doing this. I'm worthy of doing this.
So Milk Voice has been on for a while now, like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You do realize you've just given me like a whole other monologue.
I know, right?
But cool, very cool. I mean, I get you, and very true. Every single thing you've actually just said is so very true. Temengosi, when you got together, you know, with Slindile, and you know the idea of, okay, let's do this, and this is the topic, these are the themes that we're going to discuss. I mean, what kind of reception or what kind of message did you want, you know, the viewers to get ultimately?
Well, basically, from our side, from the music side, I think we tend to really not sing our own voices or sing our own songs in South Africa, and this is the kind of platform that I wanted to bring to people, that there is more to African music or South African music that can portray stories and can tell stories with that music.
And why jazz, though?
I think it's more comfortable for us as young people, because we aspire and we
because
learn
many
from
would say no. Many would say hip hop. Many would say house. So it's kind of different, and especially because the cast is also so young.
Yeah, I think we actually have we're fond to jazz, you know. As much as there's the new stuff that is also coming up, but I think jazz has a bit of history to our
it's timeless,
culture.
and of course, and the biggest jazz musicians are, you know, from South Africa, and right now, you know, young people are taking their work, remixing it, working with them.
Definitely.
So okay,
and before, those were the icons.
Yeah.
Like, I think jazz music resonates with our South African culture, because it is one of the forefathers of our musical sounds as well.
Right.
So it resonates, and because of that, we're trying to reincarnate that, bring that into a different ear, bring that into where people can listen to it, and it's accessible, where it was once only your granddad's music.
Yeah.
I listen to it, and I'm at
you
this
do.
age.
Who are your
so
favorite jazz musicians?
Well, you know, some Duke Ellington always goes right, you know, and I'm learning. I'm also still learning from them, because they are future legends, and I'm still just taking it in. And it's.
Temengosi, you mentioned that you are, you know, classically trained. What do you have to say for people who just have the innate talent versus those who've actually gone to school to study for the musical industry?
Well, there are many obstacles within the music industry, but I think learning classical just enhances your reading, also the capability of writing, not only just being able to play music because you can hear it only. So I think it's quite a vital thing to have that in your system, so that when you actually start writing music because music is not just playing.
Yeah.
It's being able to translate that into paper, so that you can have a bigger team if you happen to have an orchestra, and then you can orchestrate the whole thing.
Are you very hard on the guys because of all this that you've just said? Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth.
I think I'm quite modest. I'm not too hard.
You're chill. You're a chill guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And working with working with Slindile, I don't know if you've worked with her before, but you know, what was it about her writing style, about her direction that, you know, resonated with you and said, you know, it's also difficult sometimes for guys in the industry. It doesn't matter where in entertainment, it's a boys' club, you know, and so to have a woman be at the helm of everything and giving, you know, the orders and calling the shots, how is that for you guys?
I would say we're part of a generation that doesn't see gender anymore. I would like to think I am one of those.
Okay.
I'm still young.
I disagree with you.
I'm still young.
But, okay.
So I even feel like it's a boys' club because certain boys get in.
Right.
So working with her, we're the others.
Okay.
And we are a collective of the others. And we're trying to change all these laws that have been written that we seemed to arrive and found them there.
Yeah.
So we're changing those.
Okay.
Because outside of her just being a female, we're also young black kids trying to write stories in a dominated world where we're not allowed to speak our minds.
Yeah, and talented.
So, you know,
Yeah.
so because of that, we're a group of others.
Sure.
And I choose not to see her gender, not because it's not there. I choose to see the dream is bigger than her gender. The goals are bigger than her gender.
I hear
and
you.
The wars we're fighting are much bigger than that.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you, Kawela. Temikosi, so you are coming to, you know, a close at the Soweto Theatre.
Yeah.
Audiences, I'm sure, have been just amazed and thoroughly enjoying, you know, the music, the jazz, the history, everything that you put on stage. And what's next after this?
What's next? We're not too sure, but we'd like to take it elsewhere, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think the most important thing is to make sure that the young people also see this thing. We want to take the project itself to schools, and so that it's not just all the people that have to realize their own dream that they have lost, but also for young people to just be able to not forget where the main dream is about.
Right.
You know? So
and
I
not
think
lose themselves
never
whilst
lose
they're
themselves.
pursuing those
Exactly,
dreams.
definitely.
Thank you so very much, guys. Milk Voice is absolutely amazing. Looks fantastic on screen there. And yeah, thank you for coming through.
Thank
we
you.
wish you all the best and keep on sharing those messages, especially you.
Thank you.
Cool. We are going to an ad break right now. Join us after this.
My six-string hum till I swallow the silence. Corpse fingers come alive to dance on these frets. I create airwaves to make the earth quake, tilt. Oozing jazz tunes, searching for my swing band. I'm just a simple man with a case full of dreams. I'm melodic hymns. Oozing jazz tunes, searching for my swing band. I'm just a simple man with a case full of dreams and melodic hymns. My grooves of chords move the soul to a doo-wop tune, tapping intricately those bluesy blues tunes, tapping intricately those bluesy blues tunes. My deep undertone tunes reveal undertone hidden secrets. You see, I was created under a full moon by a woman who hummed as she laid me into her warm heart. In the night, wooing wolves came and sucked her true innocence and created me. I asked her every time the moonlight would come and silhouette our skins if it was him coming to protect us. I asked her every time the moonlight would come and silhouette our skins if it was him coming to protect us. And she said, yes. Yes, with an upside-down smile. And from that day, I knew she didn't know him too. But you see, through music and dance, I found healing again. And yearned for a woman with a sweet honey voice. To milk my six-string hum, my six-string hum. My six-string hum, my six-string hum, my six-string hum.
Nice one. That is the Milk Voice Band, giving us a little bit of a snippet of what they are all about. Now, the highly anticipated Vavasati International Women's Festival is finally here. Themed Flowers of the Revolution, the festival currently on at the South African State Theatre out in Pretoria, seeks to reiterate the power and strength that women possess when they unite. Vavasati is celebrating its 5th year since its inception in 2012.
The festival kicked off with a bit of poetry, a roses exhibition and a theatre production. And the highlight of the opening night was this musical production by the Gogos. Through their play titled Gugo Tandayo, they narrate real-life stories faced by older people, such as neglect and abuse. The production has a cast of about 20 senior citizen actors aged between the ages of 70 and 82.
Mina ngiqale kuGugo Thandayo ngo-2012. Igama lami kodwa mina ngwakwaphiri ngishade kaHlashwayo ngo-Elsie Hlashwayo. Ya ubafana wangithatha ke wangifaka la kuloku act angingakwazi. Wangifundisa ubafana. Ngihluleka kodwa ubafana wangifundisa. Athi koko phiri ungabheki phansi, bheka abantu, bheka audience. Ngithi kuyini audience athi ila abantu ababukele.
This musical may be witty and serious, but it has a powerful message. Creator and director Bafana Dladla says he felt he needed to remind the world that senior citizens matter and they shouldn't be forgotten.
A platform where they tell their stories. They've been ignored a lot. The focus is more on youth, not on them, you know. So it's more of a show that protesting at the same time, expressing their feelings to the public, to say, please hear us. We are here as Gogos. We want to tell our story, want to express ourselves on how we feel.
The festival's theme, titled Flowers of Revolution, was evident through this exhibition by Italian photographer Rosetta Messori.
I try to be a subject. Maybe Anna can translate me.
The philosophy behind Rosetta's approach to photography is a different one and very unique. She is not realistic. She doesn't want to take the picture of an object or a flower, a person or whatever, like everybody can do. But she wants to have a deeper approach to the things to be photographed.
The festival seeks to serve as hope for women, encouraging them to embrace and use their feminine influence to discover the power of their passion, while at the same time inspiring others.
I want to scream, carry a slingshot in my back pocket so that I can shoot rocks into the eyes of anyone who trespasses on my feelings.
Bobasad International Festival is a festival that celebrates women creatives, women artists. It's a festival that affirms works by women for women with women. It's a festival that gives accessibility to space here at the South African State Theatre, the biggest theatre in Africa, to make sure that these women are heard, are seen, can be engaged, but more than anything, that these women themselves can build a very strong network.
As the festival continues, it will include presentations of poetry, jazz, exhibitions and workshops by various women in the arts. It will end on the 2nd of September.
Welcome. Yeah, so earlier in the year, the SAMRO Foundation called for eligible keyboard players who consider themselves masters to take on their peers in the 2017 SAMRO Overseas Scholarship Competition by putting the spotlight on pianists, organists, there's that word, harpsichordists and other keyboard players. Now, the semi-finalists have been selected to compete for one of the most sought-after music education awards in jazz and Western art music. And after testing their skills and endurance during another intensive 2 rounds of the competition, the 2 winners will each receive a 200,000 scholarship to pursue their professional development internationally. I'm now in studio joined by the recipient of the 2015 scholarship, Zoe Mudita, and SAMRO Foundation's music education specialist, Henriette Chorn. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Fantastic to have you here. Henriette, having been a part of this for years now, I want you to please take us through what exactly SAMRO does in their belief of young musicians and their talent in furthering their careers and nurturing their talent.
I feel where we are very privileged as the SAMRO Foundation, an entity that is now doing the corporate social investment management work of SAMRO, to be able to assist young students and very gifted older graduates to pursue their music careers. And we believe in from roots to fruits, and we have seen this so much along the years with the overseas scholarships competition. And when people listen to Zoe Mudita, who was an absolute star and won in 2015, they will
they'll
absolutely understand what we mean,
what you're all about,
by the developing of young careers. There's so many examples that we can mention, but just a few. Some of the classical and the jazz winners have also been awarded the Standard Bank Young Artist Awards through the years. People like Ben Skuman, Bokani Dyer, Andre Peterson, Benjamin Jefter, who wasn't a winner, but he was a runner-up. He's just been appointed as the Standard Bank Young Artist Award winner.
So Zoe, let me bring you in here. So we are talking about 2015, big year for you, having won the scholarship, but your whole life has changed so drastically in just such a short space of time. But you have been, you know, slogging away, learning, you know, honing your craft. Tell people who you are, for those who don't know.
Jeez, well, I'm a singer, songwriter, and performer. My name is Zoe Mudita, and I was privileged enough to be one of the winners for the SAMRO Overseas Scholarship Competition. And at the time that was happening, there was a lot of conflict when it came to college and studies. So it was an amazing opportunity and a confidence boost. And from that, I was able to really gain a lot more access to the industry and to have so many beautiful opportunities come to me. And one would be the Standard Bank Joy of Jazz, you know, and to kind of see that come full circle has been really amazing, you know, with the debut project coming out this year.
Fantastic. And just June, I understand you, Bokan Dyer, some of the, what do they call them, alumni for the SAMRO Scholarship were overseas. Take us through that. What happened? Who did you meet? Where did you play?
So
where did you sing? You sing. Yes. Okay. Where did they play and where did you sing?
So myself, Bokani Daya and Lindas Kakane went to the Amersfoort Jazz Festival as part of representative for, you know, the SAMRO Overseas Scholarship competition. And we were just there to perform at the festival and to attend some of the things and the conversations that they were having around festivals and, you know, collaborating with different musicians. But it was an amazing experience, very cultured. We got to really get into having conversations with different musicians from all over the world.
Okay,
so it was amazing.
Henriette, I understand, so this coming week and next weekend are big because it's the final competition, basically, where 13 young keyboard maestros go hand to hand, rather.
Yes, indeed. We want to invite people to come to the semi-final round, which is open to the public at the ZK Matthews Hall on Thursday, the 24th of August. In the morning, it's the Western Art Music candidates. In the afternoon, the jazz candidates. And out of the semi-finalists, 2 jazz finalists will be appointed and 2 classical keyboard players who will go through to a fantastic final event on Saturday, the 26th of August, to have a hand-to-hand combat.
Wow.
And we want to invite everyone
it's open
to our
to the
SAMRO
public.
Foundation website to see.
Fantastic.
It's open to the public. They have to RSVP though, but it will be a fantastic competition and we look forward to it.
Zoe, thank you so very much, Henriette. I'm sure, you know, people will also go on your website. Zoe, for you, having had this kind of a launch pad and then you are on stages everywhere with the best of the best in the jazz category. Also, Joy of Jazz is coming up. What do you have to say about the fact that, you know, maybe 5 years ago, you didn't imagine this? What goes through your mind every time you pinch yourself and say, oh my gosh?
I think if I had to pinch myself for every time an amazing opportunity comes up,
You'd be
I would have bruises. I'd look like a wasp nest just came and landed on me. But it really has just been the most honorable thing to witness and kind of have a bird's eye view when it comes to my life.
And an interesting thing, I mean, even in the previous interview that we've just done, talking about young people and jazz, for you, what does jazz do to you? Where does it transport you to? Why jazz?
I think for me, coming from classical training, it was a natural progression to, when you look at the timeline of music, jazz falls into, you know, that space. And I think jazz music informs contemporary music.
Yeah.
I love music. There is no particular genre that I am into more than the other.
Sure.
But I love how jazz has been just so crucial in educating the way that I look at all different kinds of music. And I think there's something to say about that and how special it is. You know?
Your favorite jazz musicians?
Nina Simone.
Okay. Have you seen the biopic? It's on right now.
Definitely. I think she is transcendent. I think there's something in her that I just always wanted to take with me. That way that she makes people feel, that's something I want to always have to captivate people.
Okay, Well, you are going to perform for us. I look so forward to hearing what you're doing. Congratulations on the project. It's called Yellow, a novel.
Yes.
And I don't know why you're not dressed in yellow, Zoe. I
Here
told
it
you
is.
this.
Here's the yellow.
Zoe, when people go onto the net and see your webs, I'm like, but I feel this girl.
But
you
have the
her,
head wrap
the
thing
yellow
going
thing.
as well.
I mean, that's my color. But congratulations and look forward to seeing you doing more. The Joy of Jazz happens the 28th to the 30th of September, am I correct?
100%.
Sure, so yeah, we'll see you on a stage there. And Riette, thank you so very much for all that you do and the entire team at the Samro Foundation. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. And of course, I mean, without music, what would life be?
Exactly. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so very much, ladies.
Thank you.
So, yeah, we are going to another ad break. Do come back after this, and Zoe will be singing in a short while. Welcome back. You are still tuned into Trends. So, imagine a lineup where all your favorite musos will be in one spot. Everybody loves a good party in Johannesburg, and the lineup for this year's Toyota Live Drumbeat is the cream of the crop for sure. Scheduled to take place next week Saturday at Carnival City's Lawns and Sun Park in Ekurhuleni. So this year, it's the 5th year that the organizers of the Toyota Live Drumbeat 2017 have pulled out all the stops with a lineup that includes the likes of AKA, Amanda Black, Soul Culture, Lady Zamar, and Shakana, to name a whole lot of others. I have here in studio with me Langa Langa Mangmuga, thank you, who is the festival organizer. Welcome to Trendz.
Thank you very much.
Langa, I needed to have one of your musicians who are part of the lineup here in studio to show people that we're not lying. This is happening.
That's correct.
And it's literally, I mean, the best of the best in the South African catalogue right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think Drumbeat has sort of lived up to that reputation. Year in, year out, we try to put together some of the best sort of lineup programming.
But here's the thing, right? So Johannesburg has a lot of different types of festivals, concerts. You know, some of these guys perform, I think, together every weekend. It's like one big party every weekend. So what then, you know, sets Drumbeat apart from all the rest?
Right. So I think the level of production and the level of detail to the production is one of our key sort of driving factors. This year, obviously, we've added a comedy stage.
All right.
You know, with the likes of Kanye Sapunu, Kiriboni Mlautsi, etc.
All right.
So that's an add-on. But certainly the level of production since day one in 2011, when we put up the concert in Soweto, Mfulu Park, we've made sure that, you know, the level surpasses the rest.
Sure.
We've obviously been going along with 3 stages, and over the past few years, we've scaled down to 2 stages.
Okay.
But
any particular reason for that?
Look, I think the programming sort of dictated that, you know, some of the dance acts that we separated from the hip-hop acts were actually belonging to the same stage.
Okay.
So we have one stage, the Toyota Live stage, that features the likes of Aries, Shekinah, you know, Lady Zamar.
Yeah, all the chart toppers right now.
Absolutely. And then we have the main stage called the drum stage, which has the likes of AKA, Mafiki Zolo, Tumelo,
so you've been part of this since its inception, 5 years ago.
It started 7 years ago.
7 years ago.
Quite, yeah, to be quite exact, 2011.
A lot of grey hairs in the past years.
As you can see.
I can't see any, but okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, we roll with the punches.
Yeah,
we've been with the project for a while now.
And what do you have to say about, music culture in South Africa? This year you're saying you're adding comedy to that. It's a big trend, and everybody goes out for a good comedy night nowadays.
Absolutely.
So why that bit of a tweak? And yeah, just as a whole, what's to be said about music right now?
Look, music is evolving. The culture is evolving. Comedy is a no-brainer. People love comedy. They love to, especially South Africans. They love to laugh, and at some point they love to laugh at themselves.
Yep. I think we all have to at some point.
At some point, just to refresh. But we've brought in a comedy just to add on to the experience, to the Panta experience. Because I think generally, if you go to a concert, you expect more than just the food and the drinks and the music.
Yeah.
So the angle, the comedy angle, is one of the things that we've decided to bring in this year.
All right.
Absolutely.
And so social media, where do people get a hold of all the information? Are tickets still on sale? Selling out fast, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Tickets are available at CompuTicket.
Yep.
We are a drum beat concert on Facebook and on Twitter as well as on Instagram.
Sure.
There's a couple of competitions currently running because we're shooting a documentary film at the event.
Oh, nice.
To broadcast obviously after the event.
Sure.
So we're running a competition on social platforms.
Yeah.
So people can check us out there.
All right.
And be able to stand a chance to win.
Nice one. What's in your playlist? Top 3 right now, South African artists.
Sense, Tiki Tiki.
Okay,
still. He's not South African.
He's not going away though. Okay, so still Sense. Yeah.
Certainly, Brahe Bitswaile is my favorite. He's an old-time jazz act. But I've got the Muffins as well.
Okay. Will they be on the lineup as well next week?
The Muffins are on the lineup.
They're on the lineup.
A lot of other acts. In fact, drumbeatconcert.co.za is our website.
Okay.
All the information is available there. Tickets are available at CompuTicket, and people can follow us on social media. Okay,
thank you so very much, Langa Mangunga, for coming to talk to us about this year's Toyota Live Drum Beat. I hope next weekend the weather is a little bit better than this weekend. Because, all right. Thank you so very much, Langa.
Thank you.
All right. So the 1967 Detroit unrest takes center stage in the American drama Detroit from director Kathryn Bigelow. Now the film depicts an incident during Detroit's 12th Street riot, and the release commemorates its 50th anniversary. So 3 young boys were killed on that night by police and were failed by the justice system, a story that will resonate with so many South Africans having lived through similar situations themselves. Now the screening of this film was held this week, and Trendz was there.
You don't know, I tell you. I was working security by Wisconsin, and on Tuesday night, we heard gunfire coming from the area near the Algiers. Police was there. There was a lot of shooting.
Set in the 1960s, this star-studded film, directed by Kathryn Bigelow and penned by Mark Bowl, is about rioting and civil unrest that tore apart the city of Detroit. Events of one summer day in 1967 changed the course of history for Detroit. A report of gunshots prompts the Detroit Police Department, the Michigan State Police, and the Michigan Army National Guard to search and seize an Algiers motel. Several policemen start to flout procedure by forcefully and viciously interrogating guests to get a confession. By the end of the night, 3 unarmed men are gunned down while several others are brutally beaten. And the verdict from those who watched the special screening.
This particular movie reminds me of the brutality of the apartheid police when political detainees were detained. We were completely at the mercy of the security branch. We call them the SBs or the security police. They had complete control of your life. They could do whatever they wanted to do to you. It was a closed system.
This is the kind of movie that's well timed in terms of the kind of issues that we're dealing with as a country. I think it's important that when we watch these movies, we don't think these are realities that are way back in our past.
but racism remains real. And in terms of police brutality, it continues to be something that we need to be dealing with.
Now let's not be stupid in this situation. You need to tell me where the gun is. I got all night, people. Tell me exactly what is going on here.
Actor Anthony Mackie, John Krasinski, and Lars Alonso are some of the cast featured in the film.
It was heart-wrenching, to say the least, at the system that's at hand in the United States, but it also can be transferred into other states like South Africa, where we've seen police brutality when it comes to situations such as Feast Must Fall. But however, the situation for America is highly more racialized and highly more discharged, and the historic perspective of it is still relevant today, even with issues such as Black Lives Matter.
The movie was quite emotional for me, and I mean, you kind of also dip into what those who struggle for apartheid in South Africa went through in terms of the police brutality as well. But you also get a sense of it's kind of what's still happening today in places like Ferguson, Missouri, movements like the Black Lives Matter movement that talks about police brutality as well in the US. But again, as well in areas such as Israel, the kind of police brutality meted out by the Israeli regime onto Palestinians today as well. So it's unfortunate that we're learning this from movies like Detroit, but at the same time, the kind of police brutality that takes place is still there in the world.
Detroit has officially opened to all cinemas across the country.
Interesting film. Looks like one to watch indeed. So she was just here earlier. She was the winner in the jazz category of the SAMRO Overseas Scholarship Competition in 2015. And after more than a decade of vocal training, she effortlessly hits the velvety low notes just as easily as hitting feathery top notes. She's shared stages with the cream of the crop in jazz, and this year released her album. It's a refined piece of work that is also coincidentally titled after two of some of my favorite things, The Color Yellow and novels. Take it away, Zoe.
La
Welcome back. You're still watching Trends. Thank you so very much to Zoe Mudita for performing a song for us there. So Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson are teaming up for a brand new action comedy, The Hitman's Bodyguard. The plot follows a bodyguard who is tasked with protecting a notorious hitman who happens to be his mortal enemy and takes him to the United Kingdom where he must testify at the International Court of Justice. Take a look.
I go through doors first. I check, see if it's clear. 2 hostiles, maybe more. What the? Action! I play a guy named Michael Bryce. He's an executive protection agent. I've extracted my client. You might want to call the bomb squad. Make it the fire department. My job is to protect a hitman. 27 times. That's how many times he tried to kill me. 28!
Darius is insane and he's dangerous.
He brings a sense of gravitas to everything he does.
My job is to keep you out of harm's way.
Thank God you're here. Don't know what I would have done without you.
Sam pushes those buttons a lot in the unique way that only Sam Jackson can.
Yo! You about done?
I think an audience is really going to be excited to see these incredible action sequences.
He's electrifying, very unpredictable.
We take them on a real adventure.
Really? What happened to the seatbelt rule? Production can't afford that song.
No, you're right.
That looks like a whole lot of fun. And now, from humble beginnings to hustling on the streets of Hollywood and being successful, I should mention, I have two starlets joining me now who are proving to us that as women, we really can have it all. Family, friends, marriage, babies, the picket fence and a dog, and still do more. They are embarking on a different route with the education of our future generations at the heart of it, and their project is called Let's Learn Toys. They aim to provide children everywhere with the available tools to make learning accessible, affordable and fun. Award-winning actresses and entrepreneurs and besties, Terry Peto and Mampo Brescia, are coming for everything and always looking stunning, walking tall and fierce in their killer heels. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Hi.
I should fix that because Mampo, you're not in heels.
No, not today.
You're more laid back.
No,
but lovely to see you here. Yeah, your shoe game, always stunning, ladies. Welcome to Trends. And so there's something new. And you're cooking up something. You've been cooking up something for a while. So tell people about it. And it's called Let's Learn Toys.
Yes. You know, they say friends who play together stay together.
Okay.
Well, they don't. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we do. And yes. we play together a lot in just life and work and all sorts of things. So we've always wanted to do something together. And so because, you know, I have a kid and Terry's her godmom and she has nieces and nephews. And we spend a great deal of time with them. So, you know, we were thinking like, oh my gosh, how do we benefit our children in a way that the schools don't necessarily do, in a way that society and the world doesn't really benefit them? And when we interact and play, how can we afford them tools that will make them smarter, far more prepared for the world out there? And I look at, you know, some of these children or, you know, that are on the streets with their moms and I feel like, gosh, that kid is never going to be able to compete in a competitive world or against my kid who's exposed to so much more. This has got to be fixed. You know, how do we do it? You know, and then came the eureka moment. Let's learn toys. Yes. You know, because we're also so busy. We want to,
and that's the thing. How do you manage all of this? Terry, we know your schedule is hectic and crazy. You know, you're in and out of the country all the time. So how did all this happen?
This is a passion project more than anything. It's something that we've been wanting to do for a very long time. And if something is important to you, you'll make time. I mean, I think we sleep like 3-4 hours. We're just, you know, like driven by passion right now and to see this baby grow because we truly believe that, you know, this is much needed. not just for kids, also like, you know, for adults who just want to spend time with kids. I mean, we play some of the games together.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
okay. Did you have to do that? Was it a process of you guys actually playing?
Of course.
And then, okay, give them to your daughter?
Yeah.
You know, okay, trying everything out to say...
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a great deal of research that goes behind what kind of toys to acquire, why.
And to cover what as well.
Exactly.
Okay. What's the focus?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we wanted something holistic for all types of children, non-typical children too.
Right.
Toys that develop gross motor skills, that visual eye, depth perception, all of that. That your memory, that focus on building that hippocampus area of the brain.
Sure. So you embarked on this with an educational psychologist, I assume?
With experts, with people that have been doing this, that understand how actually, not just how the mind works or how children work, but how relationships work.
Right.
Because also we want to teach parents and caregivers and people that have children and that look after children how to interact with them, how to bond.
Okay.
Kids talk when they're playing, when they're having fun, you know.
And take them away from, you know, the gadgets and the iPads and the phones. Well, and you ladies travel a lot. So when you are overseas, what are you seeing as trends in education? Because some people might say it's more now shifting to gadgets and incorporating, you know, the education for kids into gadgets. But other people still want old school kind of, you know, educational methods.
I mean, we cannot, you know, stop technology, and I think we should find a way to embrace it. But, you know, for your child, you want your child to be a wholesome kid, to be very balanced, to be able to, you know, play with a skipping rope as much as they can, you know, navigate the internet. So we try to find balance, you know, like our kids have iPads, and it's okay, but what kind of games do you download?
Right.
That's very important. And it's not just that, like iPad, you know, isolates a kid. You know, if you have like one gadget, your kid will be isolated. So if they're playing game of cards or they're playing something
then
that,
it's a group of them,
then
they're
interacting,
relationships,
bonding,
as you just said.
You know, it's a bonding session as well. So the parents, you know, take caretakers and the friends as well, they can play together. So we try to find balance.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations, ladies. This project officially launches this coming week?
On the 29th of August.
On the 29th of August.
Yeah, we're having a beautiful launch. We're so excited. We have this beautiful space.
Kids are invited or no? Is it a...
Well,
I like how you guys
have to find out from the Mall of Rosebank because they're hosting us.
Right.
Well, it's for kids. I would assume, you know, we could bring our kids.
It's also for adults.
Yeah, it's going to be
for adults too.
Okay, okay, we'll do that. I do have to ask, I mean, Terry, for so many years, we've been trying to get you on this couch. What are you busy with next, other than being on red carpets and accepting awards from everybody, everywhere? What's next for you?
Okay, so a quick one. On the 24th, I'll be in Alex Theatre, the One Break Theatre. I'll be opening a play, you know, on behalf of Champions of the Environment, which, you know, I work with them.
You're ambassador.
On the 29th, I'll be the Mall of Rosebank, where we'll be launching Let's Learn Toys. And on the 30th, I'll be on the flight to London, where I've been nominated 3 times for the International Award recognition. So I'm quite excited. It's going to be a busy month. But right now, we just want to, you know, just spread the word and tell people about a new baby and tell them where to buy. That's the most important thing. You know, if you want to buy toys, www.letslearntoys.co.za.
Okay, I like
it's
that.
safe. It's you know, we deliver. We guarantee that our products will change your life.
And is it affordable though? Because we do know that sometimes educational stuff is so expensive, and
Absolutely.
you would rather.
We have an inventory of 2,000 toys that range from all kinds of prices. So from 19 Rand or to
all the
29, all the way to 1,000 or whatever you can afford. You know.
We supply preschools as well, and all the way to high schools.
And maybe a store is on the cards.
Maybe. But right now we just want to, you know, make the most of an online store, where we can reach more people.
Fantastic, fantastic. Mampo, anything else other than Isibaya for you currently?
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing some stuff with My Italian Link. So I
like that, My Italian Link.
So I'm going to be, which is an Italian magazine that promotes Italy. Italian destinations, where to go, Italian product, the best of luxury sort of. So I'm the face of that. I'm going to be the person that sort of links Africa
all things Italian.
All things Italian, Africa and Italy. So that's been exciting.
Fantastic.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Thank you so very much, ladies. Congratulations again, and it's been an absolute pleasure to have you here.
Okay, so we'll see you in Rosebank on the 29th.
Yes, I will be there. Thank you. And yeah, that was Terry Peto and Mampo Brescia. We have, oh my gosh, time goes so fast when you are having fun. Thank you so very much for tuning in to Trends every single week. We do this at 12 midday on the SABC News channel. My name is Refil Wemwilwa. Join me again next week. Goodbye.